I work here in the whaling factory, in the museum, in the environmental education department. I've done other things here before, but this is what I'm doing at the moment. And again, I'm in a position where I have to speak after Amanda, and it's very hard because she has said almost everything.
One line.
The thing is, part of the conclusions that my group arrived to are very similar to the ones Amanda just mentioned. So I can start by taking the school post-it. So education, it is very important, but I do think that before we teach, we have to learn. And to learn about marine debris, not just about the nets, not just about the fishing gear, because if you're updated to the last scientific results, only 20% of the marine litter comes from fishing, from fishermen and from fishing arts. So which means that 80% of what we find in our waters, in our beaches, in our coasts, inside our marine animals and inside us as well, comes from land. So we do have to understand more what's happening, what's the dynamics before we are able to teach our students. And about students, I say every age, from the tiniest infant to somebody in university. I think that if we find the right way to teach them, they will understand that marine debris are a problem. You can take, I don't know if you're aware about the problem of the microplastics, but we have a serious situation in our island. And you can take kids from the kindergarten to the beach, and with beach toys that the kids themselves have, you can show them the microplastic problems. And through there, you can tell them that marine birds and fish and everything gets to eat them. And usually when I ask them who eats the fish, they say the shark. But not only the shark eats the fish, we eat the fish as well. So this marine debris problem is very serious. And in the last 5 years, scientific research has grown a lot in this subject. So again, education. I'm going to link the results with the problems. I think it's an easier way. So in order for us to be able to teach the schools, we have to invest more in research. And we have to try and do something which is put researchers to work together. And I think governments that give fundings for marine litter research should oblige them, the scientists applying to those grants, to work together with other countries. Because only like that you can put scientists from all over to cooperate. Of course, there's a lot of cooperation, but everybody that knows a scientist knows that before publishing all the data is secret. But what we want them as well is so that they can publish, so that we can read, so that we can learn, so that we can teach, and also change our own attitudes, because there's also a lot of things that we're not familiar with. So as long as we don't learn, we can't be able to teach. Also, one of the things we mention here is that there should be local programs to form technicians, people that are working in the government, in beach areas. They should be aware of the problem, because sometimes you have people doing, well, everybody that works nearby a beach knows that in the summertime the beaches are clean. And a lot of people, and a lot of times the people from the city halls, they are cleaning the beaches. They can collect scientific data. So data can be collected by everybody if you put everybody working together. Okay, so this goes for the education. We also mentioned the videos, the pop stars, make it fashion, make it cool to collect litter, make it cool to recycle, because teenagers are a very hard stage, and usually they say, I'm not going to participate in a beach cleanup, I didn't put the litter there. And I think that the first thing also is to admit to ourselves that we're part of the problem as well. We all lost a toy in the beach when we were kids. We all lost a flip-flop to the ocean. I've seen people losing their teeth while whale watching. So we're all part of the problem. Yeah, dolphin connectors. So all of us, we've all done something bad regarding this litter situation. So we can all be a part of the change, and to make it fashion and to make it cool is definitely one way of going there. Also, we mentioned police control. So this goes into everything. You can go two ways. You can either apply fines. Sorry, my English sometimes it's fines. Cool. to people that lost something, and by that you have to kind of microchip the things or make them identifiable. But also, it's a way to do it, but I think that usually people work better with the positive side, so you can give them awards for collecting. It's a different idea. The fishermen, there is a lot of work, but I think, and from what we've been doing here, that if you talk to a fisherman group and if you start by saying, okay, only 20% of marine litter comes from fishing, they already put the guard a little bit under. Usually they're used to being attacked, and so our policy has to be a bit the other way. And by assuming that we're part of the problem as well, attitudes change. So I think that I've covered research, education, fishermen. I would just like to take 2 minutes to tell you a bit that it's funny because you put a lot of people discussing and we reach more or less the same ideas. The ideas are more or less the same. I think one thing missing is that we have to change the way we behave so that the source of the problem changes, because if we don't reach the source, it's going to be very difficult. So the people that are producing the materials also should be part of this change. But I just wanted to let you know that here, and I'm very proud of what we've been doing in our islands, especially regarding marine litter. At the moment, it started more or less a year ago. There's this action plan for marine litter. And the regional government, the university, and the ONG where I work, we're all working in cooperation. So the government is working with, with the governmental part of things and with the institutionalizing of the problem. The university is trying to produce more data, and this project is in part financed by IUCN, so we have a bit of funding. And we're responsible for the divulgation of the project and the environmental education area. And we're doing so many things that I could make an entire lecture about it. But the thing is, some of the things, we've done a fishing contest for the fishermen. So till the end of this month, all the fishermen are bringing lost fishing gears. And the one that brings more fishing gears will get a really nice award, which is a security device for their boat. So they're getting something nice for their boat by bringing marine litter. We're collecting marine birds. I don't know, at this time of the year you won't be able to hear a weird sound at night in the Azores, but we have 80% of the coral shearwater population nesting here. At the moment there's this campaign with 20 years old that they're light-blended. Amanda knows them very well. And they fall on the street and some of them are dead. So with this funding, a university is able to recover the dead shearwaters from the 9 islands and analyze their stomach contests to know if they have microplastics or litter inside. The tuna fishing factories are sending the tuna stomachs. The fish that is being caught by university is being analyzed. We are going to all the schools. We have an exhibition about marine litter that went... Yes, stranded, my partner. Stranded whales and turtles also, their stomachs are being analyzed to see if they have ingested something. An exhibition about marine litter went to the 9 islands and the panels were going from island to island, but the litter on the exhibition was caught in each island. Past week, we caught in a half an hour with teenagers from the high school 44 kilos of marine litter in a coastal area. We're going to go there tomorrow, do an analysis of the microplastics with them. So it's a project with the same class that lasts 4 weeks. So I'm probably forgetting something. To breathe, especially, I'm forgetting to breathe. But the thing is that there's so many things being done here. I'm really proud of this islands. And I think that the more we speak to each other and the more ideas we can exchange and the more we can work in cooperation, because as you see, you put a lot of people thinking and more or less our ideas are the same. So a lot of times there's no need to invent new things, it's just to reuse what we have and in cooperation to make the best of it. So I think that that's the idea. I'm sorry for my fellows on the table. If I forgot something, please let me know. Sometimes I get carried away. And that's it. Tomorrow morning I'll be in the school analyzing microplastics. If anybody wants to join us, it's a good opportunity. But other than that, I'll be around for questions. Dylan is making me like leave the stage. So, thank you.